Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse. Soon baby girl I wear out of a stretcher. She be like find out.
Face, taking up all of my space. You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do it. You should get out of my way. Get your talking straight. Out of my way. I got too many plays. I don't even play. Get out of my way. Out of my way.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Rams of San Diego. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Hey,
a man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now he'll try to run with this.
And he stopped immediately there.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. You talk about this Seahawk defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for it in run defense. They're top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Out of the gun here, Sanders.
From the left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. Still involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Trap 60. Warriors 70.
Sanders to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too big there. And it's
it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing again, it's Sanders.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
18, fight in. Go.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. He spins free. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Cougar 19.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
To throw is Sanders. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 23. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Sanders. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. After getting stopped on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 7. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18. Pioneer.
Here's Sanders. This ball nearly intercepted. Oh, once in a season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 3.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
Back to throw here.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Seahawks 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. They got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Sanders.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
From the gun, it's Sanders.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
That's complete to Laporta.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Sam Laporta, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Rams 14, Seahawks 3.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Third and 12.
60 Bobcats. Dragon 60.
To throw now. Here's Sanders.
The kidder here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Cowboy 80. Trap 50. Trap 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Throwing, Sanders.
And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Sanders. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game started the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. That's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! A great play there. 77 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially. And he takes it across for the Rams touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Seahawks 3.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Warriors 17.
Second and 9 now. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him now. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Let's go. Cup 19. Cup 19. Cougar 19. Ready,
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Gibbs straight ahead.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 31-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Down inside the 10.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
Set. Hawks 70. Hawks.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Rams get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark it down officially at the 34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Trap 50. Trap 50. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
60. 18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Viking 18. Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the shotgun, Sanders. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
70, Hawk 70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Cup 19, Cup 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Viking 18, 19 Lions. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Buffalo 18. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Dragon 60. Rattler. 18, Rattler. Mustang 19. 70, Timberwolf. 70, Ranger. 70, Ranger. 18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Warrior 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos.
To throw again, here's Sanders. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of field time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Rams start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Seahawks 10.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Nineteen tight. 19 tight.
Second and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And 11.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago. That completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 35-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Sanders to throw.
Throwing and it's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Viking 18. Buffalo 18. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Out of the gun here, Sanders.
Over the middle, it's complete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
Now they'll change things up.
Come 19, come 19. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. 19, Lion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
79 Brooks, 70 Timberwolves. 18 Rodgers, 18 Rodgers.
Back to throw. Sanders. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Dragon 60. Warriors 70. Trap 50. Trap 60.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
70. Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Sanders.
He's got some room to operate. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Cup 19! Cup 19! Riggs! Riggs! Ready, ready?
Sanders from the gun, he'll throw. This is caught. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
And he is not going to get in as the big body stop him at the 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Way more than you hate, oh, you mad. I thought that you be happy I made it. From the cat by the gun to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Get the bumpin' in the club.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't commit a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
At the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Rams, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.